March 6, 1836. 183 years ago today, at least 189 men met their fate defending the Alamo. This ceremony's purpose is to pay homage to those who made the ultimate sacrifice and to ensure that the world never forgets. The Mexican army moved into San Antonio on February 23rd. The Texians and Tejanos had retreated into the walls of the Alamo. Colonel Travis knew that they would need help and began writing letters to communicate the urgency of the situation.
To the people of Texas and all Americans in the world, fellow citizens and compatriots, I am besieged by 1,000 or more of the Mexicans under Santa Anna. I've sustained a continual bombardment and cannonade for 24 hours and have not lost a man. The enemy has demanded a surrender at discretion. Otherwise, the garrison are to be put to the sword if the fort is taken. I have answered the demand with a cannon shot, and our flag still waves proudly from the walls. I shall never surrender or retreat. Then I call on you in the name of liberty, of patriotism, and everything dear to the American character to come to our aid with all dispatch. The enemy is receiving reinforcements daily and will no doubt increase to 3,000 or 4,000 in 4 or 5 days. If this call is neglected, I am determined to sustain myself as long as possible and die like a soldier who never forgets what is due to his own honor and that of his country. Victory or death.
At 11:30, James Butler Bonham rode through the enemy lines to deliver a message to Colonel Travis and the men.
Bonham, it's good to see you. How are you? What news do you bring us?
I'm well. Just glad I made it through those Lancers. I bring news from Major Williamson.
You cannot know my anxiety, sir. Today makes 4 full days that we have not received the slightest report regarding your dangerous situation. And therefore, we have indulged in 1,000 conjectures about it. 60 men have set out from this municipality, and in all human probability they are with you at this date. Colonel Fannin, with 300 men and 4 pieces of artillery, has been on the march toward Behar for 3 days. Tonight, we expect some 300 reinforcements from Washington, Bastrop, Brazoria, and San Felipe, and no time will be wasted in seeking their help for you. I am your true friend, R.M. Williamson. P.S. For God's sake, hold out until we can help you.
After 12 days of fighting, the Mexican commander, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, issued orders for a full-scale attack the next morning at 4 a.m.
Para solo los generales, jefes de secciones y comandantes de cuerpos. To the generals, chiefs of sections and commanding officers. The time has come to strike a decisive blow upon the enemy occupying the fortress of the Alamo. Consequently, His Excellency, the General-in-Chief, has decided that tomorrow at 4 o'clock a.m., the columns of attack shall be stationed at musket-shot distance from the first entrenchments, ready for the charge, which shall commence at a signal given with a bugle from the northern battery. His Excellency expects that every man will do his duty and exert himself to give a day of glory to the country and of gratification to the Supreme Government, who will know how to reward the distinguished deeds of the brave soldiers of the Army of Operations.
The night of March 5th had been quiet. Most of the defenders took the opportunity to get some very needed sleep. The initial attack came at the north wall. Upon hearing the cannon and small arms fire, Colonel Travis, the Alamo's commander, rushed to the northwest gun emplacement. There he called commands to the cannon crew and encouraged the men to fight on in the face of an unimaginable loss.
Come on, boys! The Mexicans are upon us! And we'll give them hell!
As the fighting comes to an end, the soldados discover women and children hiding in the sacristy of the old church. Included amongst these non-combatants are Susanna Dickinson and her infant daughter Angelina, Ana Esparza and her children, Gertrudis Navarro, and others. Mexican troops lead them out of the church and to Santa Ana's tent, where they are given pesos and blankets and told to spread the word of what had happened here.
Atención. Alto. Marche. Rápido.
Yeah!